Alright guys, so I'd like to try this problem with you here now. This was from today's notes, and I know there was a lot of students coming and going today because of the textbooks and because of the Zoom login. There were issues. So for that, I did this video. Let's just do this one problem because it's the most important problem that I'd like to focus on. So let's see. We have 3 points here. Now, you know what? I like this point. I like this one, but I don't like this one because of the letter. I'm going to focus on these two. And it says to go to Desmos. You see, the goal is to find the value of W. So let's go to Desmos and let's use these 2 points to help us out. I would go to desmos.com, which looks like this. And then in the top left is a plus symbol. Click on plus, and then go down and click on table. And then in the table, type in the numbers from the notes. So -3, -1.25, and then 6, 5.5. So they should look like this. Now, a couple of things. Make sure that you don't forget the negatives wherever they belong. Make sure that you always have the decimals if they belong there. Because if they're not there, it's going to be off. And now that I have 2 points on the table, Desmos will plot the points for me. So I have one there and there's the other. But now here's what I want. I want the equation of a line. And the line that I'm most comfortable with is y equals mx plus b. But here are some changes that I would recommend that you do. Instead of typing in y, please type in y1. Instead of typing in x, replace it with x1. And instead of typing in equals, please type in a little squiggle. Now, the way that you get the y1 is put the blinker or the cursor, let it hover after the y. And then once the blinker is there, literally type in 1. And then do the same for x. Put the blinker after the x and then type in 1. Now, if you've done that, you've noticed that the numbers in your table are gone. But don't worry, they'll come back in just a moment, because what you have to do is change the equals into this symbol and type in a little squiggle, and notice a few things. Notice that the numbers in the table have come back. Also notice that the points have been joined by a line, but the best part is that Desmos tells you M and B, right? M and B, which can go in for M and B. So let me write that down here. X and then the B. We have now slope intercept. Thank you, Desmos. We're done with you for the moment. Let's go back to our notes. What was the overall goal? The overall goal was to find the value of W. And I can call this one X and Y. And I can make some substitutions into the equation that Desmos gave us. So instead of Y, you can type in 3W. And then instead of X, replace it with a 20. And then plus 1. And honestly, you know what? Look, just go calculator on that. Just go calculator and it will say 16. It'll say 16. And so let's finish this. 3W equals 16. Just divide by 3, because that's the inverse of multiplication. And so W equals 16/3. If your answer is ever a fraction, leave it a fraction. We prefer fractions instead of decimals, and you don't have to turn it into a mixed number. 16/3 is just fine. And so we're done, because what did they want? They wanted W. W has been given to them. We're done. However, before I let you go, what could you do to make sure your answer is correct? If you plug in 16/3 in for W here, 3 times 16/3 is just 16. So really, this is basically just 20, 16. And then if you plot this and this and this on Desmos, you'll see that you have 3 points that are joined by this line here that Desmos gave us. So I hope you found that helpful. I apologize if my voice was echoey. Usually I have a microphone when I do videos, but I left it at home. So however it sounds, I hope it was pretty clear. So if you guys have any more questions, let me know, and I'll gladly make more tutorials. So if you haven't already, please knock out that homework, turn it in via Canvas, and I'll see you guys next time.